It's the shortest day of the year, the winter solstice. Well, let's be a little more accurate. The December solstice, as we're in the Northern Hemisphere. For my regular audience, we live entirely off the grid here in the Eastern Sierra, so it is critical for us to have enough sunlight to produce electricity and store that in the batteries right behind me here at our off-grid home. So how did we fare today? Welcome to the DIY Off-Grid channel, the podcast that covers all things off-grid, and today we'll be taking a look at how our solar array fared on the shortest day of the year, and whether it's enough to provide us all the energy needed to heat up our house, keep my hot tub on, and run all the lights and appliances inside. Now, I prefaced this video today with the comments we've had during our live streams the last few days questioning the reliability of solar energy. It's an interesting discussion topic because many factors are at play. Now, I designed solar and battery setups for our viewers with real-world data that you guys provide, and if you want to get your own personal consultation, you can sign up for it at our website at allthingsoffgrid.com, or if you're watching us on TikTok, there's a little sign up link at the bottom left of your screen there. A solar setup is only as reliable as the planning that goes behind it. So if you want a reliable system, it is quintessential to take your actual energy usage patterns and historical local weather and environmental factors into account. Now, when I started off planning our solar and battery setup at our ranch home, we had to accumulate enough energy usage data to correctly size up our system. My objectives, well, were to reduce our reliance on propane for heating the house. If you've caught our live streams, you'll know we have a 1,300-gallon propane tank that was used exclusively to run the gas furnace to heat up the house during the winter. Now, we're just shy of a mile in elevation here, so we do get some snow at our place. And we're close to the Tehachapi Wind Resource Area, the largest wind resource in all of California, and quite possibly the whole country. That means I had to analyze our daily propane consumption to see how many BTUs, if you recall our unit of measure yesterday, and we use on the coldest day here at the ranch. Now, if you're in the market for a smart thermostat, I strongly recommend the ecobee thermostat. There are other thermostats on the market, but the reason I wholly recommend the ecobee units is because they essentially provide a treasure trove of data. Usage data in 5-second increments that show how long your furnace was running, your air conditioner runtime, the fan's runtime, inside temperature as measured for the thermostat, and outside temperature pulled from local weather forecast data. With this data, you can multiply runtime with the BTU rating of your furnace or air conditioning unit to determine your overall energy usage patterns. That maximum daily usage number here at the ranch came out to just under 500,000 BTUs. If you've heard yesterday, propane is around 91,500 BTUs per gallon. So the highest usage per day came out to around 5 gallons of propane to heat up our house. Now, we needed to produce the same amount of heat using a mini split electric heat pump. So I settled on a 2-ton unit that was rated to put out 24,000 to as much as 30,000 BTUs per hour. Now, if we had the heat pump running all day, it would exceed 500,000 BTUs. So we determined that would be the right size for us. The heat pump consumes around 2 kilowatt hours when it puts out 24,000 BTUs per hour. So should we need 500,000 BTUs, 20 hours of runtime should output close to that value, meaning 40 kilowatt hours of electricity would be needed to put out the equivalent amount of heat. Now, we do have other appliances running in the house. The main energy guzzler after our heat pump would be the hot tub. Yes, I do have a hot tub in the middle of nowhere, which uses around 20 kilowatt hours a day on a really cold day, plus all the other devices that we budgeted at a total of 70 kilowatt hours. So the absolute worst case daily usage scenario would be around 70 kilowatt hours out of the year. Now, I sized our solar array to be 16,500 watts, which using PV Watts, a free application available on the NREL, the National Renewable Energy Laboratories website, showed it would output at least 65 kilowatt hours of energy on the shortest day of the year. Now, it would have been nice if we had enough roof space to put out 70 kilowatt hours or more, but unfortunately that was the amount of space I was limited to. Close enough. So right behind the camera during these short video podcasts is where the wall for all our solar charge controllers are mounted. We'll take a look here in a moment. These are Midnight Solar Classic units that, in my humble opinion, are the gold standard as far as MPPT charge controllers are concerned. Made here in the United States, by the way, as well. If we tally up the number output from these charge controllers today, you can see here 12.0 kilowatt hours, 5.5 kilowatt hours, 10.1, 6.5, 10.2, and 12.1 kilowatt hours. That's a total of 56.4 kilowatt hours of solar power production for today. They can actually put out even more power, but the batteries did get full before the sunlight cut off. It's 79 degrees inside the house. I had my mini split heat pump on the whole time. My hot tub's reading 106 degrees. Yes, I have it higher than the stupid regulated 104 degrees. And I've got my Christmas lights on and all the other electronics plugged in and powered on without having to worry about running out of juice. Going back to that question of how reliable solar power is, if you plan and prepare accordingly, it's no more or less reliable than any other system out there. And as far as additional statistics are concerned, the average American home experienced just over 5 hours of power interruptions in the year 2022. That's down from an all-time high of over 8 hours of outages in 2020. Whereas for us, in almost a decade we've been up here, we've never experienced a power outage on solar and batteries. So the key is to be strategic in designing your system. And if you don't know where to start, head over to allthingsoffgrid.com to sign up for our free DIY battery consultation, or just fill out that form on the bottom left of your TikTok screen. Thanks for tuning in to the DIY Off-Grid channel today. I hope you can see now that solar and batteries can not only be reliable, but still be affordable and the wise choice to make even for those of you experiencing short winter days. Tomorrow, we'll take a look at the typical costs associated with solar from across the country and why it's quintessential to do a DIY build for solar and batteries if you want a short return on investment and have a better overall experience deploying in solar and batteries for your own home. If you enjoyed this clip, tap that like, share, and subscribe to our channel, guys, and get the word out to your friends and family. That's all for today, folks. Stay warm, stay safe, and stay curious.